Yes, plugging your nose will help you sing better. Let me explain. For starters, you have this thing in the back of your mouth called your soft palate. It's the weird squishy part before you get to your uvula, and it basically determines how much resonating space your voice gets whenever you speak or sing. The amount of resonating space you use and how you use it are what ultimately determine the volume, tone, and color of your sound. Yes, music has colors. I'll get more into that in another video. Anyway, if your soft palate is raised, you'll have a fuller and richer sound. You'll also be a good deal louder without having to use as much effort to create volume. A raised soft palate is kind of a cheat code to a more powerful sound. So, what does plugging your nose have to do with any of this? I'm getting there, be patient. If your soft palate is lowered, then your sound gets diverted into your nasal cavity. You know, the place with all the mucus and membrane and nasally stuff. Your nasal cavity has a way of thinning out or muffling your sound, so it takes more effort to sing louder, and you have less control over the smoothness of your voice. Unless you're intentionally trying to sound like Billie Eilish, you want your soft palate mostly raised most of the time, or as raised as you can get it all of the time if you're singing bel canto or Broadway. Now, how do you raise your soft palate? This isn't exactly an exercise you do in PE. See, this is why I want you to plug your nose. I'm going to walk you through a very specific exercise that only works if you plug your nose. Here's 3D me for reference. Let's do the exercise. So, plug your nose and speak in a really nasal voice.
Like, really nasal, super annoying, and go. You gotta talk, it doesn't work if you don't say anything.
Now you're going to keep your nose plugged and speak in a normal voice.
As normal as you can get it, it's gonna feel like you have a stuffed up nose, that's the point. And go.
Great.
So when your voice sounds super nasal, your soft palate is down. And when you're speaking normally, your soft palate is up.
A good thing to note is that you can't make the n or sound when your soft palate is up, because the air carrying the vibrations of the sound has nowhere to go. You also can't hum when your soft palate is up for the same reason. Now that you know what having your soft palate raised feels like, let's pair this with a vocal exercise so that you can feel what it's like to sing with it raised. Start the exercise with your soft palate lowered.
Ha 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 ha.
Now do the same thing with it raised.
Ha 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 ha.
Lowered again.
Ha 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 ha.
Raised again.
Ha 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 ha.
Another thing you can do is take a line from a song you're working on and just sing it with your nose plugged a few times. Keeping your soft palate raised can be difficult if you're more soft-spoken or have other complications in your larynx or sinuses. If you're having trouble putting it all together, there are a couple different ways to start exercising your soft palate. Other methods include yawning, sirens, and jaw drops. I just find the plug your nose method to be the clearest and most expedient way to practice getting your soft palate in the right position. If it's not quite coming together for you, try a different method and don't get discouraged. Just keep doing your exercises consistently, and over time you'll hear and feel a lot more power in your voice. There are a few styles where you don't need this technique, like if you need an intentionally breathy sound, and sometimes when you're practicing new techniques, you'll feel your soft palate lower on its own, like when you start practicing high belts or singing in character voices. But generally, this is a really vital technique to smooth out your tone and create more power for less effort. Let me know if this tip helped you, and I will see you all later.